Oh, I think it's a very, very friendly place. We have all kinds of different people with different occupations, different interests, different faiths. But I think it's overall just very, very friendly, accommodating. There's a lot of stuff to do here. Or you can just, like myself, work out, whatever.
And one thing that most people usually say is, as soon as they come in the door, they say, this place is different. It's such a welcoming community.
And to me, that's very enriching to have more of a variety, culture, race, ethnic groups, religious groups, and professionals. We have so many professionals here now, and that just makes for a much, much richer cultural setting.
Covenant Village of Golden Valley is just a great community for seniors. And there are so many benefits of living here. One, we're part of the Covenant retirement communities as far as a larger organization.
So Covenant Retirement Communities really was birthed out of a vision from the Evangelical Covenant Church in 1886. And they opened the Home of Mercy. And it was in the city of Chicago. Covenant Retirement Communities today has grown to the 15 communities that it is. And one of the commitments that was made many, many years ago is that Covenant Retirement Communities would have a retirement community in every conference of the Evangelical Covenant Church. And so as individuals move in and they look at the financial security of that individual community, well, that's extremely important. They also have the assurance that they have a backup from the larger organization in the event of access to funds to do new development, or in the event that that community would be challenged financially. They know that their investment in Covenant Retirement Communities is safe.
Also, just having 12 other sites that we can gain best practices and spread that knowledge around. We might have a best practice that we can share with the other 11 sites and so forth, but then also having the central office support. So if we have questions, we can call them, and we have resources to do our jobs and again provide great care and services to our residents here. Covenant Village of Golden Valley has been providing services for seniors for over 50 years. And so there's just a great presence in that. I think the faith-based organization really attracts a lot of people.
Yeah, well, we have done 3 builds here, 1980, 1987, and 2001. And when we got done with that, we have 200 independent living apartment homes. There are 40 assisted living apartment homes, 88 private rooms and semi-private rooms in skilled care and transitional care, and then 16 memory care apartments.
Well, we are a large community, and over 350 people live here in our various service levels that we have. We have about 250 employees that provide services and programs to our residents here.
Sometimes you kind of wake up and you think, what am I going to do today? I mean, you can have your place cleaned, your food is going to be ready. I happen to get to see the doctor that comes here right to my apartment. It's just everything is here. Yeah, this place, really, I can say this from what I've heard other people that came, they offer so much here.
We're regularly asked to entertain visitors and new residents, and so we have that opportunity, and we just honestly tell them about our own experience and the friends that we've been able to make here. Well, it was obvious to us what kind of care was there because, as I said, her aunt and uncle lived here, and we saw them transition between the levels of care.
We are in a great location. We are kind of right in the middle of having access to downtown Minneapolis, where there are so many things going on. Of course, you have the sporting events with the Twins, and all the sporting events that happen in downtown Minneapolis. We have the lake system, which Minneapolis is known for the lake system. So we have Calhoun, Harriet Lake, and we take outings to them, so they have various events at those lakes as far as concerts and other things like that.
We're kind of located in a ideal position for us who live here, because Byerly's grocery store, upscale grocery store, is just out the back door, as is a drugstore and several other shops, a beauty shop and dry cleaners and a restaurant and so on. So we just have to walk out the back door if we need a jug of milk or a loaf of bread at the last minute, and that's very, very convenient.
I think the staff is very pleasant, respectful, helpful, and I know I really appreciate it. I just really do. It's a very friendly place. People overall are just kind and good and helpful, and I think it's very good.
Our staff, again, one of our common purposes is to create joy and peace of mind for our residents. I think the benefit of this work environment is that they can build relationships with the residents, and it's so rich and meaningful for both residents and staff.
And they are so willing to be open and share with you, and people are always giving hugs and loving on each other. So I think just this one big family where we can say what we feel and be open with each other and encourage each other and come alongside of them to help make this a better place and help us be better staff and all of that.
I really enjoy working with older adults simply because they have so many fascinating life stories. And so to be able to just hear their stories and be part of their lives and earn their trust, all of those things are important to me. And so it's a very good fit for me to be able to do that.
It truly is the heart of the residents that inspire me to serve. It's spending those moments with them, whether it be the joyful moments, the tender moments that they might have just lost their spouse. They've seen their spouse transition to the next continuum of care. It's those moments with them, holding their hand, giving them a hug, having them pray with me, pray over me, pray for our staff.
I think what you need to look at is sort of look at your needs. My needs might have been a little bit different than many, but you really need to look at the place to what do they offer for services, and just what's it like? How are people liking it? How do they feel?
But the advice is don't wait too long.
Come sooner rather than later.
Here at Covenant Village of Golden Valley, people would say of us that we wear our faith on our sleeve. And so it's a really interesting differentiator for folks when they come and they maybe hear that or they feel that experience. People always say there's something special about your community when I walk in the front door. The way people are greeted. There's not a lot of cliques amongst the residents. Everyone is welcomed.